Good morning, my students. Hope all of you are doing well and staying at home. Yesterday, in last week actually, we have discussed about the introductory part of Gelsemium. In brief, I do like to elicit about Gelsemium is the dizziness, drowsiness, dullness and prostration. Today we are supposed to discuss about the particular symptom of Gelsemium. First of all, we are discussing about Sensorium. In Sensorium part, in Gelsemium patient, some of the patients they are suffering from vertigo with lightness in head and as if the brain is large. Vertigo with lightness of head and with dimness of vision, which is being aggravated from sudden movement of head even while walking. Another group of patients, they are also suffering from vertigo with heaviness of head. Heaviness of head with dullness of mind and dimness of vision. In those cases, vertigo is being ameliorated by profuse urination. Amelioration by profuse urination is a grand characteristic, rather concomitant symptoms of Gelsemium. From Sensorium to different parts we will get it. In Sensorium part, vertigo with confusion of head, spreading from occiput over the whole of the head, with dilated pupils, dim sight and general depression in heat of summer. Some patients having vertigo with lightness, aggravation from motion. Some patient feels vertigo with dullness of mind, amelioration from profuse urination. Some of them suffering from vertigo spreading from occiput over whole of the head with dilated pupils, dim sight and general depression from heat of summer. When attempting to move, there is a subjective sensation in patients. The muscles refuses to obey the will, confused, lack of muscular coordination. In serious vertigo, serious cases of vertigo with dimness of vision and fever, those patients looks like an intoxicated person, as if they have been intoxicated somehow or other. Now we are going forward to particular symptom of head. Apart from vertigo, Gelsemium patient is also suffering from headache, pain in head. In those cases, those who are suffering from headache, there are lots of symptoms. Among them, fullness of head with besotted appearance, dusky appearance, chilliness, pulsation of carotids, thick space, as if tongue is not moving properly, tongue having some sensation of numbness whenever articulating speech, along with bruise feeling in eyeballs with double vision. Heaviness of head slightly ameliorated by shaking head like that and also ameliorated after profuse urination. Pain in temple region extending to ear, wing of the nose even up to chin. Headache with muscular soreness, pain in neck and shoulders, headache preceded by blindness. In those cases also, once again relieved by profuse urination. Sick headache, patient suffering from chronic sick headache, principally in right temple, beginning at morning and it increases as day increases. Aggravation from motion, from light, amelioration after lying down, amelioration by sleep. In selected case, headache relieved by vomiting. Neuralgic headache beginning in upper cervical spine, vertebra prominence and sensitive. Pain extends over the head, causing a bursting sensation in the forehead and eyeballs. It aggravates at 10 a.m. When lying down with nausea, vomiting, cold sweat and cold feet. In Homoeopathic Materia Medica, there is a beautiful medicine, headache, mostly in occipital region with sensation of hammer. It starts or aggravates as day increases. Mostly severe aggravation within 10 to 12, the medicine is Netramure. Now we are going to another particular part of Gelsemium, the eyes, double vision, sees double when inclining head towards shoulder or looking sideways. Whenever looking sideways like that, double vision, or looking shoulders, having double vision. Double vision mostly controlled by strength of will. If patient feels, no, there is nothing, I wrongly seen the thing, no, it is the double vision, then he could overcome. A paralysis of oculomotor muscles and diplopia may result. Diplopia with spasm of various muscles throughout the body. In all cases, we are getting absence of thirst. Gelsemium is a very good medicine for a grave disease. Detachment of retina followed by blindness. But in those cases, mental cause, elements from bad news, elements from emotion, elements from excitement, all are very important. Detachment of retina. Then great heaviness of lids, difficulty of opening or keeping them open like that, drooping of lids, one eyelids drooping, dim-sighted, people dilated and insensible to light. Dim-sighted, but pupil is dilated, and when we are putting light, it is insensible. Orbital neuralgia with contraction and twitching of the muscles, pain in orbits. Now we are going to face hot, heavy, flushed, besotted face, as if looking like intoxicated. Neuralgia of face, dusky face with vertigo, with dim vision. Facial muscles sometimes may be contracted, especially around the mouth it may be contracted. Chin quivers. Sometimes due to paralytic weakness of muscles, lower jaw may be dropped down. In mouth, we are getting putrid taste and breath, offensive taste and breath in mouth. Tongue is numb, thick, coated, yellow, and tremble and paralyzed. For that reason, the patient is suffering from articulation difficulty, heavy slurred speech. Muscles of face, especially around the mouth, seem contracted due to numbness of tongue and improper action of facial muscles, making speech is difficult. Constant burning sensation in mouth, stiffness of jaw, difficulty in opening mouth, trismus. Another important symptom for Gelsemium is toothache. Toothache from cold, purely neuralgic. Pain from tooth to temple. Don't forget it. Pain from tooth to temple, from cold. Now we are going forward for respiratory system. Respiratory system, first we will discuss about upper respiratory system, then lower. In upper respiratory system, patient is suffering from acute coryza, sneezing with fullness at root of the nose. Fullness at root of the nose, but dryness in nasal fossae and swelling of turbinates. In selected patient, there will be watery, excoriating discharge. Acute coryza with dull headache and fever. Some patient may suffer from coryza with deafness, could not hear things properly, with pain from throat into the middle ear. Patient is suffering from coryza along with deafness and pain in throat which comes up to ear. Then throat, respiratory system, difficult swallowing, especially warm food. Patient suffering from itching, tickling sensation in soft palate and nasopharynx also. Throat feels rough and burning. In post-diphtheritic paralysis, Gelsemium is a very good medicine. Nowadays, hardly we are getting those patients. Gelsemium is a very good medicine for acute tonsillitis also. Generally, Homeopathic doctors, they are not using Gelsemium for tonsillitis, but in Gelsemium, for tonsillitis, there are uncommon peculiar symptoms. Tonsillitis with shooting pain come up to the ears, along with feeling of a lump in the throat that cannot be swallowed. Patient is telling, I am getting pain in my throat, in my tonsils, and I feeling something is there in my throat, but I could not swallow properly. Tonsillitis along with shooting pain in throat, it shoots up to both ears. Along with acute coryza or tonsillitis, patient may suffer from aphonia. Aphonia means no voice, there is no voice. Swallowing causes pain in ear and difficult swallowing. Aphonia and sore throat during menses. Some female patients or young girls, they may complain like that. Otherwise, I was feeling healthy, but during menses, I am suffering from aphonia and cold attack. Now we are going for respiratory system lower, slowness of breathing with great prostration, oppression about chest with dry cough, short chest and fluent coryza, spasm of the glottis, along with aphonia, acute bronchitis, respiration quickened in advanced cases, spasmodic affection of lungs and diaphragm. Hope all of you have seen or got information. One of our colleague in China have treated few numbers of COVID-19 positive cases. Out of 18, he cured 14 cases with Gelsemium. Now, hope you get all the symptoms of influenza-like symptoms, what is present in Gelsemium, from acute coryza to sore throat, pain in deglutition, breathing difficulty, prostration, oppression and dry cough, everything is present. So, if anyone get all those symptoms in any influenza type of disease, we must safely prescribe Gelsemium. Now we are going to female genitalia. There are some uncommon peculiar symptoms. First of all, I like to say about threatened abortion. In last day, I have discussed from any mental cause, mental grief, sudden fear, fright and emotion. During pregnancy, patient is suffering from dimness of sight and double vision. And it is absolutely curable whenever we are giving Gelsemium, they cured. Sensation like a wave from uterus to throat, ending with a choking feeling as if something is choking. It seems to impede labor and impeding spasm also. During first stage of labor, patient feels chilly, rather chatters. Threatened abortion from sudden emotion, already I have told. In young girls, they are also suffering from dysmenorrhea, that is painful menstruation with scanty flow, retarded mens. In those cases, those who are suffering from dysmenorrhea, pain extends from back to hips. Once again, I remind you, aphonia and sore throat during menses is a very good for male genitalia. Gelsemium is a very beautiful remedy for psychic impotency. Patient, those who are very nervous, those who are tense, they may be suffering from impotency. But there was actual symptom also. Spermatoria without erections, even when passing stool, patient may suffer from spermatoria, genitals cold and relaxed, seminal emission from excessive irritation of organ of generation, either from emotional cause or local congestive cause. Now we are telling about heart symptom. Practically, Gelsemium having no significant symptom in relation with heart pathology. Patient is suffering from a subjective sensation, a feeling as if it were necessary to keep in motion or otherwise heart will stop. In palpitation, those who are in anxiety, they are suffering from palpitation with soft pulse, weak flow and flowing pulse, and weak slow pulse, especially for old age. In Gelsemium, the uncommon peculiar symptom we are getting in relation with heart, the subjective sensation, if I do not move, my heart will stop, cease to beating. Now we are going to back and extremity symptom. Dull, heavy pain with relaxation of whole muscular system, bruised feeling, general fatigue, pain in neck, especially upper sternocleidoid muscle, dull aching pain from cervical spine, lumbar region and a sacral zone also, cramp in muscle of forearm, writer's cramp, whenever he like to write something, it's hold up. Some patients may suffer from professional neurosis. Some are playing violin for a long days. Now he could not playing due to cramp in hand. In those cases also, Gelsemium is very effective. Trembling and weakness of all limbs. Some patient may suffering from hysteric convulsion. Actually, there is no pathology in the brain, but patient is suffering from convulsion out of any psychological cause. In extremities, we are also getting another important symptom for Gelsemium is obstinate sciatica pain, aggravation from rest. It also aggravates more when it starts to move. At nights, it aggravates more. Even due to pain, out of pain, patient could not sleep properly in night. But after motion, he feels better. Now we are telling the important symptom of Gelsemium. Commonly we are using in our daily practice, most of homeopathic doctors they are using Gelsemium fever. In fevers, patient's pulse is slow, full, soft and compensable. The peculiar sensation of chilliness up and down along the course of the spine. In back, in Gelsemium patient, we are getting both heat, sweat and chill stage, but chill stage is short with a peculiar sensation of wave-like sensation along the course of the spine. But heat and sweat stage is prolonged. Patient along with fever suffering from muscular soreness, great prostration, headache, once again heaviness in head, pain in orbital region and headache relieved by profuse frequent urination. Nervous chills with stupor, dizziness, faintness. Along with fever, we are asking about the nature of thirst. For Gelsemium, generally they are thirstless. Gelsemium is quiet demeanor. As we are getting in Bryonia, they are also very quiet, calm and quiet demeanor. Gelsemium we are also getting quiet. But Bryonia patient is mentally irritable. Though quiet, they are irritable in nature. But Gelsemium patient, they are quiet, but they feel very dizzy and drowsy and prostrated. Hot, dry, itching, measles-like eruption in skin we may get. In measles and catarrhal symptom aids in bringing out eruption. In selected cases, measles may take place in any body, but not eruption comes out properly. In those cases, if symptom correspond and we prescribe Gelsemium, it will bring out the eruption. And regarding fever, I would like to emphasize on influenza. Already I have told in upper respiratory system symptom when I have told, from nose to throat, even in up to the chest, coryza to sore throat and congestion in chest, in every space of disease, we may prescribe Gelsemium if we get the uncommon peculiar symptom. Now we would like to conclude our today's class with Gelsemium modalities. First, aggravation. Aggravation from damp weather, foggy weather, and also before thunderstorm. Sometimes we become confused whenever patients are complaining, I am suffering from damp weather, I am suffering from trouble before a thunderstorm. We switch over our prescription to Rastox or dull camera. But in dull camera patient, the DMN is different. In Rastox, the DMN is different. In Gelsemium, we are getting drowsiness, dizziness, and prostration. Complaint aggravates during damp weather, fog, and before a thunderstorm. This is a physical cause. Aggravation from mental cause, emotion, excitement, bad news, fright, all are aggravating factor for Gelsemium patient. Not only that, when thinking of his ailments, it aggravates its complaint. Even in diplopia, even in neuralgic headache, when patient is thinking, I am suffering from headache, then it aggravates. Apart from that, if patient is suffering from any grief, any disappointment, any loss, when he speaks about those things, he may feel sick. Another aggravating factor is tobacco, the time modality in 10 a.m., in seasonal modality, aggravation during summer also. Better, first and foremost thing, don't forget please, amelioration after profuse frequent urination. It may be vertigo, it may be headache, it may be fever with headache. Amelioration after urination. Amelioration bending forward, open air, continued motion. But aggravation from first motion, already I have told. Now I am telling about relationship. In first class, in introductory class, we have discussed about the toxic symptom of Gelsemium. In any case, the toxicity may take place. Atropine, cinchona, coffea, digitalis, nux mosquita, all are very good medicine to antidote the bad effects of Gelsemium. Even if we indiscriminately use Gelsemium in any acute case or chronic case, if symptom aggravates and we are not